We're being, we're being recorded. Today is Monday, April the 20th, 2026. This is the Mayor and Town Council meeting for the town of North Brentwood. We will open with a moment of silence. Thank you so much. Christian, can you put up the agenda for us? I have a correction on the agenda.
Yes, Mary, coming up.
Maybe I don't have a correction on the agenda. Roll call. Let me see. Okay. No, I don't have a correction on the agenda. My, maybe I got the wrong agenda. Leave it up for me a little bit, Christian, 'cause I don't think I have an agenda. Can you scroll down a little bit? Okay, I don't have the correct one. My fault. Okay. So just guide me if I get off key a little bit.
Okay,
Okay.
Mayor.
Okay. Um, Good evening again. I thought I guess I have the wrong agenda. I don't know why. Okay, so let's do the roll call first. Um, uh, about our clerk, Miss
Yes,
Lundy,
ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Mayor Robinson,
here.
Councilmember Morales,
Here.
Councilmember Baines,
Here.
Councilmember Dane,
Here.
Code Enforcement Officer Tuffy.
Here.
Okay. Okay. Hello. Assistant Clerk Ortiz,
Present.
Treasury Dorsey Washington.
Present.
I don't know if the event planner Hawkins, she's not here, right? She's not supposed to be here today. Okay.
She's on
Clerk
sick
Lundy,
leave.
she's sick. Okay.
She's in sick leave.
Okay. And Clerk Lundy present. That's all, Mayor.
All right, then. Thank you so much. Um, Next, I think is the financial report. Am I right, Christian? Is the financial report that was the local government investment pool, February 2026. Do you have that report for us to see on? Oh, there it is. Thank you so much. Um, Ms. Dorsey Washington, would you please present that? We tabled that last time because the statement was not in. So can you read that report for us?
Yes, ma'am. So this is the Maryland Local Government Investment Pool ending balance as of February 28th, 2026. The ending balance is $224,857.93. That completes the reading, subject to audit.
Thank you. So, you have heard the balance of the Maryland Local Government Investment Pool for month ending February the 28th, 2026. Can I get a motion to accept the report subject to audit?
So move, Councilmember Dane.
Can I get a second?
Second, Councilmember Baines.
Discussion? All in favor? Aye.
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 Oppose? Abstentions? The ayes have it. Thank you so much. Okay, next on the agenda is Gateway, I think it's Gateway Aging Together. Is that right? Yeah,
That's
Gateway
correct,
Aging
Mayor.
Together. Dee Richardson. Is she here? I guess not. Okay. And next is the capstones. Are they here? Capstones, right, Christian? The capstones are next, I think.
The capstone is next. I believe that the students are present. Let me just confirm.
Okay.
Hi everyone, we're the captain team.
Oh, capstone team is here. How is everybody doing?
Doing
Good.
well.
How's
Thanks for
it?
asking. How are you guys?
Okay, good. Can you identify yourself for our audience and tell us a little bit about the project you have been working on for the town of North Brentwood, and you have been working with our assistant clerk, Ortiz.
Sure. Yeah. Good presentation.
We're just going to share our screen. We have a presentation we have.
I think you put that first.
Just tell us who you are, too. Just tell us who you are.
Sure. Yeah. How do you go back? Percent. Share. No, just share. Sorry, we're trying to share our screen really.
Sure.
I made you all co-hosts, so you should be able to enable that functionality.
Yeah.
There you go.
Perfect. Okay. You all see?
Yes.
Perfect. Okay. Good evening, everyone. We're the captain team. We're students at the University of Maryland, and we're working closely with the town of North Brentwood in this project that we're happy to share with you guys today. I'd like to go over the agenda. So we're going to be doing introductions. Secondly, we're going to jump into the project background. Then we're going to do some accomplishments. We're going to look into the future steps, and we're going to look at solidified project outlook. At the end, we'd like to thank you for your time. My name is Marlon Rodriguez. I'm studying information science at the University of Maryland with a minor in general business.
And my name is Jonathan Nguyen. I'm also studying information science as well.
And I'm David Benabello. I'm an information science major in a +1 master's in information systems.
Hi, I'm Ozichi Onyechua. I'm also majoring in information science with a minor in geographic information systems.
Hi, my name is Rick Asad. I'm an information science majoring at information sciences at the University of Maryland. So to start project background, we are students in the information science capstone course. We are working where we can apply our data and research skills to real world problems. And throughout this project, we've been learning how to collect data, survey design, data analysis, interpretation, visualization, and communication as well. For our capstone projects, we're partnering with the town of North Brentwood, where we want to better understand the residents' needs, concerns, and experiences. We are conducting a community survey to collect feedback on community connections, engagement, awareness of town communication channels, participation events and meetings, and also key issues such as traffic, parking, public safety, and infrastructure. The goal is to identify gaps in engagement and areas where the town can improve on. And we will also analyze the survey to identify patterns and trends and create charts clearly presenting our findings using charts and graphs. We will also present our findings in an article summarizing key community insights.
As far as our accomplishments, so what we've been able to develop and refine a survey based on feedback from the assistant town clerk, which includes new questions regarding surveillance cameras and ensures that it aligns with town priorities like public safety and infrastructure. We're currently adjusting survey usability based on testing results, which we hope to launch the survey at the end of our presentation. And we will also be finalizing both surveys in English and Spanish after its approval. As far as our distribution plan goes, we plan to include QR codes, direct links, and hopefully be able to promote them at events and hopefully be able to incentivize participation with gift cards if possible. So yeah, that's pretty much what we've been able to accomplish so far.
All right, so for the next steps, we have distribution, collection, and ultimately visualization. Like Birgit explained earlier in the project background, we plan to distribute our surveys through Google Forms and also using QR codes to basically conduct our usability tests and to ultimately plan our outreach strategy. Collection, as I stated, it would be that of survey responses. We will begin organizing and reviewing the collected data to then be able to create a visualization using methods like Berk said, graphs and data charts. Next slide, please. So ultimately, like we've been saying, a computer project would look like us successfully distributing our surveys, hopefully to get about 50 plus responses from residents of the town of North Brentwood in order to identify our key trends. We would be, upon completion, we would have highlighted the community priorities, produced a clear charts, graphs in order to demonstrate our findings in a way that's easy to understand. Ultimately, we would have improved communication channels between the population and the leadership of the town of North Brentwood. And the goal is ultimately to help increase event participation and to provide actionable steps on things that could be improved.
Yeah, so we actually created this survey code, QR code that connects to our Google Form survey. So please feel free to scan the QR code. But we will paste this into the chat as well for later references. But if you guys could please fill out the QR code so that we can have data so that we can analyze what the town of North Brentwood needs so that we can create a better community for the town of North Brentwood and so that everyone can be unified and yeah.
Thank you
very
for your
much.
time.
Thank you.
Thank you guys.
So thank you. So what is the plan? I mean, I understand what we have here. I just wanted everybody, my community to know that we work with the capstones every year in some kind of capacity this year. We are interested in getting our community engaged, and our community is not being engaged enough. We may get 10 people or something. And when we have a problem, we get something a little bit more. But we need to get our community engaged in every aspect of government here in the town of North Brentwood, events, organizations. And we need to find out how what the community wants. So now, how are we going to distribute this? You said QR code, so these QR codes are going in the newsletter or whatever like that. How are we going to do it? Are you going door to door? Are you um, doing it over the community channel? What ways are you going to do this survey uh, so that we can get input from our citizens? We really want to meet a lot of citizens. We really, really need. We have 800 citizens in the town of North Brentwood. So we really need to see how you can help us start getting our citizens more engaged.
I feel like our number one approach was going to be to use these town hall meetings or also like the distribution channels to share the QR code with the residents. We're also thinking of putting those pamphlets with QR codes on like key areas where people are mostly going in the town so that people would know that there's different ways to communicate with the town on North Brentwood by seeing all these in key areas.
Yeah. In addition, we can also utilize newsletters and also social media to get an outreach. Yeah, community channels as well.
And we briefly talked about this with Christian, but we don't know if it's confirmed. But we talked about providing an incentive for residents to complete the survey in order to increase participation. So probably like a gift card or something of the sort.
We had thought about, I know in the newsletter we had thought about, and myself and Christian had talked about incentive would be a gift card of like the um, first 5, 10 people who respond with the survey would get a gift card. But we also need another way of doing this. I have in numerous years, I've been here a long time, have seen that our residents are really not engaged. And the hot spots that we're talking about putting literature or QR codes are they are in the town office. People don't visit that too often. Maybe Sister's Tavern, maybe put them at the North Brim Community Center. I'm not sure if residents visit the community center. We have found that in past that door to door is the way to go, and wondering if you could help with that, because sometimes that is a better way of getting to people.
Yeah, correct. But I mean, we're also gonna try to utilize community channel public spaces, visual campaign, and yeah, we're just trying to use that to pass on the information and like get people to know about the survey so that we can get more responses.
Hey, Mayor, I have a question. How do they reach the seniors? Because seniors don't know about QR codes.
We have a Woodland Britt Senior Activity Center.
I know, but can we say that 60% of the seniors in North Brentwood come to the center?
Maybe probably not 60%. I don't think we have 60% seniors. So I mean, I don't think it's a whole bunch of seniors. I mean, we have some here. We have some here, I think, on this call, but the majority, and we have to look at what the majority of our people that, and I think it's in the census, the age groups here, and I don't think it's seniors. I don't think the majority here is seniors. I really, really don't. But we can. That's why I say the seniors are the ones that we go door to door to. But that's the best I can say. I've been trying to do this for a long time. Ms. Dorsey Washington.
I just had a quick comment because I wasn't sure when the cutoff was for the survey, and which events they would be able to, I guess, either have an actual survey or a QR code where people, if they're attending an event, could pick the survey at that time. I think they mentioned something about events. So how long is the survey? How long is this survey window open?
The survey is already open, and like we are planning on going out like on North Brentwood Day or Memorial Day service, where the town goes out together. So that we plan on using those days to reach out to the community.
Okay, so the survey, you're going to cut it off or close it like the end of June?
We would also hope that this survey can help you guys in the future. So even though when we finish our project, you guys can use the reference and connect to more residents using the future survey. So this is something you guys will have at your hands later on.
Yeah.
So if you want to keep it open or add more things in the future, you are able to do so because you have the information that we had gathered and you can just look into that.
Okay, thank you. Of
course.
I think I saw another hand. Did we see Charles?
Good evening, Mayor. I was just curious, do you have people in your organization to kind of help the older people navigate the whole QR code? Have people come in to help that process be easier?
Yeah. Honestly, like if they use like a newsletter, I mean, we can outreach the elderly through the newsletters.
Well, a lot of times it's easier if you come and visit, right? To be able to sit and talk and kind of help them navigate that with their phone and the QR code. So, like, do you all have that aspect as part of your program? If we're doing this in North Brentwood, you visited North Brentwood and sitting down with the residents at the senior center and kind of showing them how to navigate the QR codes and why this is beneficial and how it's easier. I know it's easier. I know it's faster. I know you can do a lot of stuff with it, right? But kind of having somebody to speak to North Brentwood specifically is the question. So
If that option isn't available to us, we could probably find different workarounds, probably like making a video, a step-by-step guide on how to use whatever device that may be available to the resident to access the QR code, or in whatever media form that we do put out the QR code in, we could put very detailed instructions on how to go about maneuvering the QR codes or accessing the necessary links.
okay, thank you.
Do we have something in the chat, Christian?
Yes, but I believe Ms. Alina Hill is going to speak
Okay.
next, so she can speak on it.
Okay. Ms. Hill.
I don't know.
I'm sorry, we're not able to hear you well.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
It's still low.
Okay, all right, okay, sorry, I'm driving, so unfortunately that's the problem.
No
But
worries.
I was saying, instead of incentivizing individual people to do it, could you incentivize people for helping the residents do it? Like, for instance, we all kind of, there are people that we might know specifically, like who I know aren't going to come to the meetings, who don't don't really even read the newsletter. So maybe those are people, like incentivizing people to kind of go out and talk to other people if you're not. And honestly, to be honest, that might be better anyway, because I don't answer doors for people I don't know. It doesn't matter. I'm not going to answer the door. But if I see my neighbor come to my door, I will answer it. So like, it might be better. Like, I don't know. So I was thinking about maybe incentivizing people to get people. Like if you can get 10 people to do the survey or something like that, then it incentivizes them to, be entered in a drawing to win a gift card or something. And then the other thing I was going to say, the time that I see the most residents out is when we do an event. So even if you take the money instead of for a gift card and just do like something really chill, like the community where people can come out and just do the QR. You can kind of have the QR code available there, and just I don't know, offer something like you get to be entered into a drawing if you just do the QR code. So I would say those are the two ways that I would suggest kind of getting it out there. But I think somebody is going to need to sit with the residents. I think that, especially older residents, I just don't think you're going to get it any other way, to be honest. I agree with Charles on that.
That could be something that you can assess.
We can definitely look into that.
Yeah.
And you brought up a really good point. That's when we created the survey, we thought about like the approach of people might not be welcoming of strangers, and that was one of the things that we thought about when we were designing the survey.
And that's also, Mayor, that's also a way to get people involved in the community. Like, I would be willing to go out and say, like, if I have to get 10 people to fill out the survey, I would be willing to do that. I'm sure there are other neighbors that would be willing to kind of, just helps me talk to people. I feel better when I know my community anyway. So that's another way of getting us all involved and getting us to know each other. So just putting that out there.
So if we could have some volunteers, would be good.
Yeah. I would be willing to help.
Also, we put in the link in the chat if you guys are interested in looking to the survey questions that we have provided.
Sabrina, she would too. Do we have your contact information? I know we have Alana Hills. Sabrina, I don't know.
I'll give it to you. I'll send it to you.
That would help in that endeavor. That would be good. Anyone else? Well, we're just trying to find out ways that we can engage more people in our community because we really need a lot of help. Also, let me state that we have the North Brentwood Citizens Association and the North Brentwood Historical Society. That is the organizations that could be part. The North Brentwood Citizens Association does most of our events, but we are limited on people there, and a lot of the citizens are not part of that. So if the citizens would be willing to join in with the North Brentwood Citizens Association, there are people that send their monies for membership at the Citizens Association, but we do need bodies, so that would help and get more people too. So because of that organization.
Yeah.
Quick
We're
question.
also
Do you
thinking like schools will also be a good place to incentivize like participation for the survey, as maybe we can get like students to take their QR codes actually back to their parents.
could you mute your phones, please? *6.
Jimmy Dean in the lead with 24,000. He wrote down.
Okay. I'm sorry, Ron.
Oh, it's okay.
Okay.
No worries at all.
Yeah, no worries.
So we put in the North Brentwood Citizens Association email address has been put into the chat. So we can put it out there to them and to join the organization and to move forward in getting this survey out to the people and see what is hindering people from not doing things and not being a part of the community and what is needed.
Right. Yeah, like I was explaining before, like we were thinking of another way to really incentivize more people by going to schools where students can take the QR codes back to their parents so that they can also incentivize other people as well, so that it can go into their neighborhood or other people's neighborhoods. But school will also be a good location as well.
And the town website
Yes.
would be a good location for a QR code.
Yeah.
That we could put. So let's get that definitely up.
Yeah, and then another thing is like you mentioned like workshops or teaching how the residents how to do the QR code. So like going into these events that North Brentwood has, we can actually go to these events and like you said, most of the seniors do show up to these events, that we can actually show up and actually teach them all together or individually if we can.
And I just had an idea. We do have a grant, that's $1,000 grant that we received from Maryland 250. What we were planning to do with Maryland 250 grant was to have meetings with our residents concerning municipal government. Okay, to tell them a little bit about municipal government and how it works. Voting, taxes,
Oh, okay, this is
and other entities, as far as how the offices works, budgets and things like that. And we were going to do that maybe over maybe 2 sessions. We could use them. We could use that
yeah.
as an outbreak of doing the surveys when the people come for those sessions. We have not planned those sessions as of yet.
Okay.
But we can start looking at that because we did want to make sure that we did use our money to inform our residents about how things work.
Definitely. That's a great idea.
Yeah, if you can incorporate that, we can definitely incentivize more people and get more responses and hopefully help the seniors out as well.
Okay.
Mayor,
Anything else?
Ms. Dorsey wants to say something.
Yeah, so I just have one additional comment. I'm looking at the survey and I mean, it looks pretty good to me, but the one question, which of the following improvements would you most like to see in the town? And one of the selections is infrastructure upgrades. And so I just don't know if the response to that is going to really provide good feedback. because infrastructure could be the streets, it could be sidewalks, it could be stormwater management. And so I feel like that's just kind of a catch-all phrase, but we need something more specific.
That makes sense. We can definitely incorporate a more specific question that can help the residents navigate how to answer the question better.
Okay.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
People are catching up with us.
So, and then see that would be an educational piece too under the Maryland 250, because infrastructure means money, which we ain't got. Which I mean, it does mean money. I mean, we can wish for everything we want to wish for, but we still have to have money to do infrastructure upgrades. So I'm just saying, and everybody wants infrastructure upgrades. We all do. We all need it too, and because we're in this older community. But yeah, and that is part of Maryland 250, learning that it takes money to do a lot of things, especially infrastructure,
Yeah.
and to teach people about the environment. You know what I mean, and how we can plant trees or something like that. You know what I mean, that could help with the stormwater or whatever like that.
Yeah.
That's good. Thank you. Anyone else? Okay, so the next move is you will incorporate that, clerk, assistant clerk will get with you to finalize these things, and let's move forward and see if we can distribute them in the venues that we want to distribute them. And we will talk about Maryland 250, incorporating that, and with Maryland 250, Miss Dorsey Washington, to see how we can get people out there. And also, we have two residents here who are willing to be a part of that group, and we will send it out to the North Brentwood Citizens Association, and hopefully people will join the North Brentwood Citizens Association too. So, and the website, don't forget to put this QR code on the website. So when is the completion? When are you done capstones?
But 2 weeks now. 3 weeks.
Yeah. Like 3 weeks approximately.
Okay.
We were also thinking that maybe we can also implement like a database so you guys can keep record of all the responses that you guys get, and you can easily access all the information in the future. Would you guys be interested in that?
Do you think we could plan something in 3 weeks?
I would say, Mayor, all the information that is being submitted will automatically be added to an Excel spreadsheet. But
Okay.
I just want to gauge the students in like what kind of database is it? Are you referring to that, or is it something more specific?
More so towards the
Yeah.
spreadsheet,
Yeah,
just to
it's
keep
a
it out of
spreadsheet.
auto responses so that it can be referred to later.
And you guys can keep using it in the future as well if you want to send like a similar survey, so you can connect it as well. So all the responses will be saved in the spreadsheet.
That sounds good. Thank you, students.
Of course.
Okay, well, we'll do some more talking because I'm thinking now what we could do in the next 3 weeks since we have you.
Yeah. Sounds good. Thank you,
Yeah.
Mayor.
Thank you so much for your
Thank
time.
you.
Okay, thank you. All right. Next on the agenda is
Bringing it up, Mayor.
okay. Okay, next on the agenda, council reports. We got Councilwoman Morales, Ward 1.
Yes, good evening, everyone. Another pitch on our North Brentwood Scholarship Fund for 2026. We are about 30 days into the process. Completed applications are due back on the 30th of April. This scholarship funds residence education and career aspirations, scholarship fund honors academic and vocational advancement and eases the financial burden of pursuing these goals. The scholarship is open to town residents and those with a legacy here in North Brentwood. We've pushed it out to the Facebook community channel. We've got it continuous updates on that. So far, no applicants have applied, and I encourage you to search around, seek if there is anyone that you know of that would be interested. This would also be for adults, not just the students, young folks, students, anyone pursuing higher education that has a legacy here in North Brentwood. Are there any questions? I just encourage everyone to continue to share and share the information. I can be reached at jmorales@northbrentwood.com. You can also contact the office at 301-699-9699 for additional information. Thank you.
Ms. Morales, can I ask you a question?
Yes, ma'am.
So you said it could be an older student. Do you have to be like just beginning school? Could you be in the middle of it? Could you be towards the end? Because I wasn't clear on that last time when you mentioned it.
I guess if you're enrolled in a program, are you enrolled in a program?
Right. So what if you're nearing the end of it? This is my question.
Nearing the end of it. So
Like, let's just say you've been on the program for about 2 or 3 years, is what I'm saying. Not like, like when someone's just graduating high school, they go into college. Can it be somebody that's already in college?
already in college, but you'd have to be enrolled because we paid the funds directly to the school.
That's what I'm asking. Is there a time frame? Like, okay, like myself, for instance, I'm in my third year.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And that's what I'm saying. So would I be able to apply for that, or do you have to be just beginning?
No.
No. I'm sorry that wasn't clear, but I think I stated enrolled in a program, and when the funds are distributed, they go to the school. They get paid to the school, not the individual.
Yeah, I understand that, but you're saying you have to be enrolled in a program. I'm saying, what if I'm already in a program? That's what I'm asking.
If you're in the program, you're in a program.
Right. So I'm saying, I'm not going to do it, but I'm saying, could you apply for it if you're already in a program, if you're already enrolled in a program?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so that was the
Yes.
question.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, it wasn't clear. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you.
I think Sylvie had one too. Sylvie said music. It's a music. What was that? Somebody I saw it somewhere. Let's see. Music
Oh,
school.
Does
Mayor,
it
she's
have to
at
be, yeah, does it have to be a degree program or can it be music school? Like, what are the parameters of it?
I think we indicated vocational as well. Technical.
Yeah. Any continuing education,
Yep.
and if you're in a music school program and you want to go, and starting in June, you want to continue the program and your fee is $200 or $500, you send us that information and that scholarship committee will consider it. It does not have to be a degree program. It just could be continuing education. Maybe you want to take a course online. You know what I mean? To better yourself. And this course is such and such a date and it's such and such a time, and um, you need help in getting your funds for that online course. So it's about almost open to anything that you want to do to continue your education, and that means not only the youth high school diplomas and college grads, undergrads. It means continuing education, which could be an adulthood program.
Yes, for skills-based certification programs.
Yes, like you want to be a notary or something like that. Something, that you. So, yes. And it's ending when?
April 30th.
And scholarship information is in the newsletter, the application's in the newsletter, and it is on the website, I'm sure.
On our town website, we published on Instagram as well. But I am available, and also you can contact the town hall for additional instructions and information.
Any more questions for Councilwoman Morales concerning the scholarship? Anything else, Councilwoman Morales?
That's it, Mayor.
Thank you. Councilman Baines.
I don't have anything at this time. Just when it comes time to vote, would everybody please vote?
Thank you. Any questions for Councilman Baines? Councilman Dane, we have Charlie Day update in Gateway CDC.
Yeah, good evening. Good evening, Mayor and Town Council and residents. So the Gateway CDC had a meeting Friday, April 10th, and we received our financial report. So as of this fiscal year to date, Gateway has generated approximately $442,000, $442,538 in revenue. Unfortunately, the organization has also incurred $605,299 in expenses. So we're operating at a net deficit right now. However, if you look at the broader financial position, Gateway currently holds $2.14 million in assets with $1.6 million in liabilities. So Gateway is still financially stable. However, with rising in operational costs, utilities, maintenance, reduction in tenancy in the rental spaces, it's been difficult lately. Also, funds have been cut across the board. This isn't the best economic environment we're currently operating in. So we're trying to look at other ways to generate revenue. And that includes maybe leveraging some of our spaces and repurposing them for other reasons, maybe to use for parking, or maybe somehow recruiting other small businesses to use them. We just have to think of more creative ways to generate revenue if we want to continue our operation. One of the things we're doing to attract residents and also engage small businesses is the Gateway Farmers Market, which is now open. And it started this past Saturday, April 18th, and it runs every Saturday from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the Brentwood Firehouse. So please, I encourage everyone to come and check it out. It runs until November. There's also an Open Studios tour, May 9th, 2026, which is an opportunity for all local residents in Brentwood, North Brentwood, and Mount Rainier to learn about the local artists and all the Arts District initiatives and studio locations, so you can learn about the artists, their artwork. And it runs from morning to afternoon. I do not have the exact time, but advertisements will be sent out to everyone so you can come. Speaking of Gateway CDC sponsored events, there is also Charlie Trail Day, which is June 13th, 2026, and that is from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. However, North Brentwood will be specifically participating from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. And our hub of activity will be at the Henry Randall and Isabella Randall, Entrepreneurial Park. And Historical Society is participating, Materials Things is participating, and most recently, the African American Cafe is participating. And also a plug, I encourage everyone to please check out the African American Cafe if you have not already. I recently visited it last week. Everything there is absolutely delicious. The service is great. And they are looking to engage the community or get to know as many residents as possible. So please check it out when you get a chance. Gateway CDC is also partnering with a app called What a Weekend, which is a platform to promote local events and businesses across the entire DMV region. So you can just visit whataweekend.com if you're, and this is strictly targeted toward adults who are looking to do things in the evening, or if you're looking for, if you're particularly bored on a Friday or Saturday night, you want something to do, please check out whataweekend.com. And that is another partnership with Gateway CDC. So overall, this Gateway CDC is stable, but the organization may not be that way for long if creative ways to develop revenue aren't discovered. So that's the update for that organization. Any questions, mayor, residents, or council?
Just to thank you for that detailed report, Councilman Dame. I was not really clear on what they did, but I'm beginning to understand their value. So thank you so much.
You're welcome, Councilmember Morales.
Hearing nothing else, thank you, Councilman Dane, for that report.
You're welcome.
Let me add to that, the 449th session of the General Assembly expired on April the 13th, I think it was. These are some of the things that have happened during that session. $10 million for flood mitigation and water infrastructure is being given to the port towns. $2 million for watershed restoration. That's Bladensburg, Edmonton, Comer Manor, Cottage City. 1.75 million for Rolling Crest Chillum Community Center renovations. That's a good thing. 1.5 million for Hospital Hill Food Hall in Cheverly water tower demolition. 700,000 was allocated for Potts Hall Welcome Center at Mount Rainier. You know what that is at the circle. $600,000 for UCAP facility restoration in Capitol Heights. $450,000 for Gateway CDC improvements. That's the building at North Brentwood. And $297,000 for Bartlett Park improvements. That's in Brentwood. Overall, District 47A in Maryland, Prince George's County, there was 2.2 billion that was acquired for the Prince George's County funding, $1.8 billion in investment, education investment, 384 million in housing assistance, and 29.3 million in public safety. So they were hard at work doing what they need to do for Prince George's County. And there's still more to be done. You know, there's plenty of things to be done. And I just wanted us to realize that people are busy. People are doing what they need to do. And as a community, we need to do what we have to do and come together and make our community stronger too. So just little highlights. Any questions?
None, Mayor.
Bunker Hill Fire Department, we got Jason here. Jason is here. Jason, how are you?
Good evening, Mayor. Doing good. How about yourself?
I'm doing good.
My report will be brief. 508 funding from the state was finally released a week and a half ago, so we were able to make the payment on the engine. We did incur a late fee that we have to pay for outside of the 508 due to the delay of funding being released by the state and the county. The command staff for PGFD will be holding their update from the meeting that happened in October. That will be coming up this Thursday, the 23rd. That will be at 6 in the evening. I wasn't sure if the Office of the Fire Chief has sent any emails or updates to you, Mayor Robinson, in regards to
I
the
have
meeting
not.
that's coming.
I have not received it. Please, when is it supposed to be?
It will be this Thursday at the firehouse at 6 in the evening.
6 p.m. Okay. I will try.
So they will be coming to give an update from the meeting that we had in October, from the command staff side and from the both command staffs for Brentwood and for Bunker Hill Volunteer Fire Association also.
Councilman Dane, weren't you at that October meeting? Am I correct? At the fire station?
Yes.
Councilman Dane, can you possibly make that meeting at 6 o'clock on Thursday? If at all possible.
Oh, I'm sorry. I already
I'm
have
not,
obligation.
I'm not talking about Councilman Dane. I am talking about Councilman Baines. I'm sorry.
Oh, got you. No
Councilman
problem.
Baines was at that meeting. I apologize. Councilman Baines was at that meeting in October, I think.
Yes, I was.
Uh-huh.
I'll have to check what my schedule is on
Okay.
Thursday.
Okay. 6 p.m.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you, Jason.
And the last thing I have this afternoon, well, correction, this morning, approximately 11:45, the paramedic engine responded to the 2300 block of 51st Place in the Tuxedo Chevrolet area. For a report of a building fire, crews arrived on scene, confirmed that they had a working fire. The paramedic ambulance was dispatched at that time for the working fire dispatch at 11:53. Crews operated for about 90 minutes on scene, and that is all I have at the moment.
Was there a fire at the school? Caesar Chavez, was there a fire?
Yes, that would be the other fire. I
Okay.
forgot about that one. They had a fire there yesterday also.
Okay. That's what I saw it on next door, I think. Okay. Any questions for Jason? Jason, thank you for being so supportive with the town of North Brentwood and keeping us up to date.
Yes, thank you.
No problem, everyone, and we appreciate the support from your end as well.
Um, Next is, I think it's new citizens and citizens' concerns, I think.
That is correct, Mayor.
Okay, thank you. Uh, any new citizens here? Hearing now, we have some, we had some, if we have some citizen concerns, we will hear them now. Except camera concerns, because they'll be down in the old business. We'll be updating on that. We will not do that right now, but we will do any other citizens concerns that you may have.
Do I have to raise my hand or can I just go?
Yes, you can go, Sylvie.
Okay, hi. So I was wondering if there is any information about the shooting that happened, what was it, about a week or two ago? Maybe I don't know, 2 weeks ago, and it was like 22 gunshots. If anything was either captured on the cameras or if anyone was able to locate or if there's any other information that I have not heard of.
That was in Brentwood. Shelley, do you have any information on that? When they had some shooting, they had some random gunfire. Do you know anything about that? That was, I think Brentwood was taking care of. It was in Brentwood. So, and we don't have anything. The camera doesn't.
No, no, Mayor, I don't have any information on it.
Right. Okay.
So Brentwood has no officers at the moment, so
That's
the
another
county's
thing too.
pretty much handling everything.
So they're police. They don't have a full police department. They have one chief.
But they did locate that it was on the Brentwood side because it sounded similar to the place where it was last time.
It was Brentwood side. That's where it was. We
Okay.
knew that, but we don't know. The chief was going to investigate, but he's only one person. So we did. I did contact him, but he said he would investigate. But he's only one person, so we don't hear anything else about it. So
That was
anybody?
it. Thank you.
Anybody else? Okay, moving on. Old business status of MOU agreement with Forest Heights Police Department. As we know, I'm just reiterating, there's no MOU between the towns. We are now at a new state. We will begin doing our own speed camera reviews on tickets commencing May 18th, 2026. I have contacted Red Speed to get things started as far as training. for our new program manager who would handle that. And I will have more information as we go down in the agenda. Next is the update on the cameras. Christian,
All right,
PowerPoint.
Mayor. Give me 1 second.
The town did meet the myself, Assistant Clerk Ortiz, Councilman Dame and Councilwoman Morales did meet with EAW Security, and we did a lot of uh, questioning and masking. The main thing was masking. I did report at the last meeting that they were going to do some adjustments. They have not done the adjustments as of yet, because first of all, they need a cherry picker, and they couldn't get the technician out. So we are working with that to get the adjustments done. As far as we know, we only see one adjustment that is necessary at this point, and that is at Banner. I mean, I'm not saying Banner, Wyndham Road and 39th Place, because one of those cameras are not pointing toward the barrier, and we want it pointing toward the barrier because we do not want anybody to destroy that sculpture neither. So, we will, the technician will be coming out soon about that. Christian, you can start with the PowerPoint, and then I will elaborate after that.
Okay, Mayor, perfect. Good evening, Mayor, Council, and residents. Tonight, I'm going to be providing an update on the town's neighborhood camera initiative and share how we are responding to community feedback. As many of you know, this effort is focused on improving public safety, supporting investigations when incidents occur, and helping deter criminal activity in and around our neighborhoods. These cameras are intended to be one tool among the many that support a safer community. Since discussing this initiative with residents, we have received valuable feedback and thoughtful questions. Community members have raised concerns related to privacy, cybersecurity, data storage, and how footage would be accessed and managed. We appreciate that feedback, and it has helped guide this next phase of the project. In response, the mayor and council, along with town staff, met with Turing AI to review these concerns and discuss enhancements to the proposed system. That conversation focused on ensuring the town moves forward responsibly, transparently, and with strong safeguards in place. Based on those discussions, several improvements and protections were identified, including multi-factor authentication for authorized users, encryption measures to protect stored data and system communications, dedicated IP access controls for secure logins, clearly defined user permissions and access levels, audit trail capabilities to monitor system activity and accountability, and ongoing review of cybersecurity standards and best practices. The town understands that the public trust is essential whenever technology is introduced into the community. Our goal is to balance safety needs with privacy expectations and to ensure residents have clear information about how any system would operate. And so in that meeting, we discussed the functionality of privacy masking. And so here are some examples of the new screenshots with privacy masking enacted.
That is at 39th and Allison. These other ones are at Allison Street. Okay, let me see. I can't see that good. Okay, this is Allison. That's that's Wyndham Road and 39th Place.
One is 40th Street as well, Mayor.
40th Street. Good. I'm glad you can see better than I can see. We've done a lot of masking to protect citizens and their homes and things like that. And we're really, really focusing on our streets and seeing who is on our streets at any given time. What else did you see? Anybody else see anything? You got Sisters Tavern. We up at Sisters Tavern, 41st Avenue. That's at Wyndham Road, Wyndham Road and 39th Place. Um, that's Allison's 39th and Allison. So those are some of the areas that we only have four cameras, 41st and Wallace Road where Rhode Island comes in, 40th and Webster, 39th in Wyndham, and 39th in Allison. Those are the four cameras. So you see what the masking has done, and that's what you'll see. Is there another slide?
No, Mayor, that
Okay.
concludes.
All right. So what we have done that. We did that last week, and what we have discussed is that there's adjustment that is needed on Wyndham Road, on that camera at Wyndham Road. There is, when that adjustment is done at Wyndham Road, due to deaf persons who are in our community, we did think about turning that red and blue light off at Wyndham Road and Wyndham Road and 39th Place. The other ones will stay on. There is a veil, they said, that we could purchase, but we have to locate it. And they don't have that veil. It does not hide the light. It just doesn't make it as bright. But that light is very, very good for us because it is a deterrent and it is a deterrent also, but it also helps people recognize that they are being photographed, that the surveillance is there. The one at this area at 39th and Allison, we have seen more people stopping at the stop signs than really, because they see this camera there. It so happened that last Friday there was an occurrence at 3928, a hit and run, and we are working on getting that information to that person. They hit the car and they ran, and so our assistant clerk is working on that video to give them to the insurance company. It does. We've looked at some things, and he's working on that. So I know that that is helping somebody else out, and they came to me on Friday. So things are moving forward. We still have a little way to go. We have to do our ordinances. We have to do our signage. So there are things that we have to still do, and I think it is a great addition for the town of North Brentwood. There have been a lot of break-ins over at Cottage City, car break-ins at Cottage City. There has been there was a carjacking of the clerk of the court. I don't know if you saw that or not. The clerk of the court was carjacked over there in Bowie. She was carjacked, uh, and they took her car and pulled the gun on her, took her belongings. Eventually, he was caught, I think, within the next couple of days. Things are happening. DC is on a vigilance about the youth and gathering over in National Harbor, and things are really, really happening, and we just have to make sure that we are doing what we can to keep us as safe as we possibly can. So I think that's all I have. Councilman Dame was on that meeting, and so was Councilwoman Morales. If you have anything to add about this cameras update so far.
I just in 100% agreement with having the cameras. From what I could see, I believe it has enhanced us greatly here to be able to watch our streets, to see what's, if to be able to go in and figure out, who's doing what in our community. Yeah, if something happens, I definitely feel safer, and I just hope that our citizens will come to see that this is a measure that will help keep us all safe.
Mayor,
Councilman
I just
Dame.
I wanted to address Mr. Wiley's question. And so only the admin has access to the unmasked feed, and right now there's only one admin at this point for the cameras. And they also have the power to adjust the masking. If you see the screenshots and you may see another area that may need to be masked, feel free to submit that suggestion. Because that is the only person right now who has the ability to view and manipulate the unmasked feed. the company touring, they were very detailed in their presentation. They asked all of our questions, answered all of our questions. I will also add that the retention rate for the videos are only 30 days. And then videos are deleted. And that's only just in case an incident occurs and the police officers may need to view footage. But anything beyond that, they cannot see.
Update, Evan, Councilman Dame.
Yes.
Wanted to make a little, put a little info out there about the masking. Should something happen in those masked areas, there's no way to remove that. So you can't go back and say, well, this happened over here. Can I go in and remove that mask to see what happened under that? No, there's no way to do that. It's masked for your protection and it will remain there.
Thank you, Councilman Morales. That actually triggered my memory. Also, whatever is in view doesn't necessarily mean that's what's being recorded, because there are isolation zones that have been selected, which only focus on the street only. So no homes, no properties, no sidewalks, nothing. Only the streets are actually being recorded in that sense.
I asked a question. Oh, sorry.
Corey Fisher. He's here.
Yes, I was seconding the question about the masking, but also I still think the flashing lights are an issue because that could be a safety issue. What happens if someone's in trouble, sees a light and runs towards it and thinks there's an officer there? Usually when someone sees flashing red and blue lights, they think, there's a police presence, when in fact it's just a camera. I understand that it's supposed to be some kind of deterrent, but it can actually be a safety issue as well.
Noted. That is noted.
I also pulled the model numbers on the cameras, and the cameras have microphones built into them, which
We
is
do not do
actually
any
why
audio.
do
That
what?
audio is turned off. Audio is turned off.
There's still microphones in the cameras, though.
Okay, well, I will address that. Audio is turned off, though. And you will be hearing from us soon, Mr. Fisher. We have your information, your public information act. We will probably get it together we have it by Thursday. We will send you, contact you, and we had to go do a lot of searching, okay, because we went way back about police and how we got here. So we will be hearing from us, and we will let you know your invoice and so you can pick up your information. Sylvie.
Hi. I asked this in the chat, but I'm asking it again. So the camera that's near my house is the one that needs to be adjusted. Is it possible to get the screenshot again once it's adjusted to see what the view is?
Sure, we sure can.
Thank
You
you.
already well, the screen what they are really adjusting there is the light, and that camera is not showing anything to the barrier. It's not showing the sculpture. That's what the adjustment is.
Right, right. So they're probably going to have to turn the whole thing around, no? Because I
I
don't
think
think the
it's three
cameras.
cameras. I think it's three cameras on there. Isn't it three cameras?
I don't know. Yeah, there's three
Yes,
cameras,
three
but I don't know if
cameras.
it can go.
Yeah.
I don't know if it can go all the way
Yeah,
back
that's what I'm
that
saying.
far.
That's what we want to adjust. We want to adjust because we want to go back to Wyndham Road. We're not really looking at the dead end.
Oh, okay. I thought the whole thing had to be
No,
moved for
no,
that camera to have that view.
no.
All right.
We have masked your house and everything else, but that camera just needs to be. We don't have that view, and we
Got it.
just
Thank
don't
you.
want anybody just to do something to our sculpture because people will do nasty things. Any more questions, concerns? All right, hearing none, let's move forward. The Prince George African American Museum and Cultural Center, we are moving forward with our litigation. I have talked to our town attorney. We are getting more information as far as what is our prospective board looking like, because it looks like we are going to litigation I think the board did meet. I think Reverend Whitaker is here, and so is Councilman Dame. They did meet in April, and I'm not sure what happened there. Maybe you want to state that what happened there, but I think they're going to meet again. But we feel that it's a stall tactic because we are moving forward. We have to do something with this museum, and the date for litigation is June 11th. So hopefully things will change for the better. But we are moving forward. We are asking about the tax sale for the building and trying to get receipts to make sure that's being paid for that building. And we're asking about the financial status of the museum and where it stands at right now. So if Reverend Whitaker or Councilman Dame have anything else to add, please do.
I don't have anything in particular to add, Mayor. I'm still looking to provide the information you requested of me earlier. Um, I'm fully cooperative and on board with whatever the town needs to do to get the museum straight.
Good, thank you.
Yeah, and I have nothing else to add. I missed that last meeting for some reason. I couldn't get in on Zoom chat
Okay.
that they had. But I'm on board with the township and I want to move forward also. But you already know that.
Okay, yes. Thank y'all so much. The Maryland Municipal League Summer Conference is June 14th to the 17th. The town office will be closed at that time. New business. We were on the budget work. We had a budget workshop this weekend. It went very, very well. All were present, all the council were present, our treasurer, town treasurer, Chris Harrington, who is an applicant that we're interested in interviewing. When I tell you what vacancy, I'll let you know in a minute. Our clerk was there, and so we had a very, very productive meeting, workshop. What we are doing now is, we have a vacancy for the town manager. Um, we have talked about it in closed session, and I will give you a recommendation, and I can tell you who that recommendation is, and it will be done at our first meeting, which is May 4th. That recommendation will be that Miss Shelley Dorsey Washington will be our new town manager. She will be leaving the town of Brentwood as a town manager effective in mid-May, and she will be on board in June 1st. So I will bring that to the council as a recommendation, and we have talked about it. And so we are just glad that we can have somebody who has the expertise that she has. And we will be certifying that, as I said, on May 4th, 2026. So if Miss Shelley Dorsey Washington is coming on for our town administrator, town manager, then that leaves another vacancy. So the vacancy is the town treasurer. And we have talked about that in closed session, and we are looking to fill that vacancy. We do have two applicants. What the charter says on vacancies for the town is that at the recommendation of the mayor, we do not have to put it out there for a vacancy, but on the recommendation of the mayor, the council can approve that recommendation, and that's what we're doing, which I said will probably be done on May 4th. Well, we have two persons who have applied, who are interested in a town treasurer position. Municipal government finances are a little bit different than other entities and other business nonprofits and everything like that. So we want somebody that can be able to handle this position, which Miss Dorsey has been with for Miss Dorsey Washington's been for such a long time, and she knows it back, forth, and around. So we're just glad to have her to be there to instruct whomever this person is. Myself and Miss Dorsey Washington will get together and do a phone interview of these two people, and we will let you know what the decision is. And the council have agreed to let Ms. Dorsey Washington on her recommendation on who that person may be. We will let you know on May 4th. So that is another position that we're filling. And then the next thing is the new position, which is the program manager, which is the one that oversees the speed tickets. Since we are not with the town of Forest Heights anymore, effective May 17th. We need someone who will oversee those speed tickets. And also, we have incorporated that with our assistant clerk, Christian Ortiz, to do that job. So that is going to be my recommendation, and we will need a vote in the next meeting. And then the next thing in order to oversee these speed tickets, we need an ombudsman. And ombudsman, we have identified Calvin Washington, who is a policeman. He works at the city of Fairmont Heights now. He has worked all around. He has worked for the FBI. He has worked in the town of Brentwood and the town of New Carrollton and other spots. So he will be our ombudsman. We do need an ombudsman. You have to have an ombudsman when you have these speed cameras, and the ombudsman is just there when difficult situations arrive with ticket reviewing or discrepancies. And I mean, really, because you go to court, really, if you have discrepancy, but if it gets deeper than that, then we need that ombudsman to handle that. We've had 2 cases since we've had the speed cameras of that, but we have to, this person has to be on salary. It has to be, and we have to have him there. He has to be there on a monthly basis. So he is a salary person. So that is going to be my recommendation. So we will look forward to seeing you on May 4th with the new recommendations. And I'm so glad that the council, and I'm so glad that Ms. Shelley Dorset Washington has agreed to give us her expertise. And we really, I'm so proud. I'm so glad, that she agreed to do this and come on over full time with us. So she will be full time. So I will make that recommendation, as I said, at our next meeting, and we will move forward. So that is the update of the vacancies for the town of North Brentwood. Next is, I think, Memorial Day preparation. Councilwoman Morales is working on that. Who is our guest speaker, Ms. Morales?
Mr. Stanley Queen, retired Marine, retired from the United States Marine Corps, will be our guest speaker.
And he is a former resident of the town of North Brentwood.
Yes.
He grew up in the town of North Brentwood.
Yes.
He is, where does he reside now?
I think Virginia, but I can't be certain. I think Virginia. I was with them over the weekend.
Who's
Was that Lou?
Yes, Virginia Beach, Virginia.
Okay. Virginia Beach, Virginia.
Okay. So we are getting ready for the Memorial Day program. I have a contractor that will be coming out there redoing those benches. We need those benches redone. I have talked to Reverend James. They will be doing some landscaping for that area and putting down mulch and things like that. So, it's a lot of planning that goes into this Memorial Day program. So we hope that all of you all will be participant in the program. The program will be on May 25th at 10 o'clock in the morning. That the Allison Street will be blocked off around about 9:30 a.m. so we can put our tents up and chairs, and our officer, Corporal Taylor, will be on site with his other comrades to make sure that everything is smooth. And the Reverend and the First Baptist Church will then have light refreshments after the program for us as usual. So come out and commemorate our veterans and our persons who serve and help us to keep our freedom. So I encourage all residents to come out and join in this festive and humble occasion. Can I get the agenda back up again, I think I'm at the first reading. Okay. Okay, the first reading of the fiscal year proposed budget will be held May 4th. That's our next meeting. The second reading will be held on, let me see. Yeah, the second reading will be held on May 18th, and there will be a public hearing, and the approval of the budget will be done on June 1st. So that is the schedule for our budget. And we work very hard and diligently. If you want to come back and hear it, we did put some little juices, little light juice in this budget. So we are looking forward to this budget to really incorporate us as a community and get some things that we really need. There are no tax increases in this budget. So be glad of that, number one. So next is the North Brentwood Citizens Association. The membership is still on. Their next meeting is May 11th. Their membership is $15 per household. You can do a cash app at $ in Brentwood, CA. They are also planning North Brentwood Day. So please come out and be with them too. We need help. We need help. There's a lot of things that are going to be going on, and North Brentwood Day is June 20th, and we need your help in planning North Brentwood Day. It will be a park event. Everything will be at the park from 12 to 5 p.m. So come on out and have a good time. Next is the North Brentwood Historical Society update. Their next meeting will be Wednesday, May 13th. It will be at 6:30 p.m. at Sisters Tavern. They will have an election at that time of officers. Ms. Braddock, we have to do something for Ms. Braddock. Ms. Braddock is stepping down as president. She's been there, I think about 4 years, really. So we have to give her something, so we will work on that. Uh, there's a food distribution April 24th. That's this Friday. Good Intentions, the town of North Brentwood and District 47A is having this food distribution. Is like I said, 2 to 4 Sisters Tavern. Come out and pick up some food. We want to make a showing. I've sent it out to many of people. I sent it to Carletta. Did you send it out to give Gwendolyn and Britt their flyers?
Yes, Mayor, I did. I walked that over today before I left.
And I sent it to
And I sent out
Byron,
email.
an email. We want people to come and pick up food. There's food distribution from 2 to 4 on Friday at Sisters Tavern. What else do I have? I have something else. We talked about, doing a volunteer day for our community, and we were talking about share. So the days that are available right now is May 13th at 10 a.m. to approximately 2 p.m. and May 15th 9 a.m. to 11 approximately 11 a.m. Uh, if you would be willing to come and represent North Brentwood in a volunteer activity at the share warehouse, which is at 3222 Hubbard Road in Landover, Maryland. We have to give back to, and we have to make sure that we're helping um, everyone and helping each other. And so this will be a volunteer day for the town of North Brentwood. So if you are willing to come out and volunteer, please let us know. What we're thinking about is May 13th. I'm sorry, May 15th. That's at 9 o'clock in the morning. Mother's Day is at kind of May 13th was kind of close to Mother's Day. You may get tired from being taken out and eating and everything like that for Mother's Day. So we say May 15th at 9 o'clock. Please call the town office and let us know that you are willing to volunteer, and we'll meet us there. If you need a ride, we will make sure you get a ride to go with us and just have a good time and come together and do some packing. What they do is pack food. And they weigh potatoes and things like that. But we can go over there and make an impact, because we need to make impacts wherever we go. And if the town of North Brentwood does it, maybe we'll give give other municipalities thoughts of doing different programs to help in volunteering and doing what they need to do for we need to do for each other. Let's see, what else do I have? 'Cause I think did I finish everything on the agenda? Christian.
Yes, Mayor.
Okay, only thing I wanted to say is, oh, we had a resident. We lost one of our residents. Their family is a longtime resident in the town of North Brentwood. Is the Hayeses and the Brooks. So Earlene Brooks passed away. She was a fixture here in North Brentwood and was raised here in North Brentwood with her family. She is the niece of Bobby Hayes. Bobby Hayes is on Allison Street, and that is his niece. And we just wish condolences to the family on her passing. She passed yesterday. So just keep them lifted up in prayer. And I just wanted to say that on I think it was Tuesday or Wednesday of last week, there was a assault done at the Addison Road station. A man came in and with a pipe and beat two people there at the Addison Road station. The station was closed, and come to find out that was my cousin, Stanley Hutchison, and he was the one that died. One of them lived and one of them died. Stanley Hutchison was 61 years old. He had been working for GSA for 42 years, and he was on his way to work. He lived in Capitol Heights for a long time. And just keep us lifted up in prayer to the mother, Miss Gracie. We went over there Saturday with our cousins, and it's just said that people are so, I don't know, and he did have a hearing today. The man that did it, he had a hearing today, and he was held without bond. We don't know if it's mental or whatever like that, but we just don't know what is going on from day to day. And I just pray everybody's safety because we get out in our cars and we go where we want to go. We don't know if we're going to make it back home. We do not know if we're going to make it to where we're going. People are carjacking us. You stop at a light and all of a sudden somebody in your car pointing a gun at you. So I'm just saying we all need to come together and lift each other up and keep safe and keep praying for each other. So I just want to make sure that we do that every day because we never know. So that is all. I think that is all I have. Did I miss anything on the agenda, Christian?
No, Mayor, everything has
Okay.
been addressed.
Okay, so do we have any motions? We do have emotions, don't we, Ms. Carletta? I think no, we have one at least.
Yes, we do have one. We have the motion to approve the financial report of the month, ending balance for the month of February 2026, at the amount of $224,857.93. The motion was moved by Councilmember Dane and seconded by Councilmember Baines. All in favor? The motion passed. That's the only motion we have.
Thank you so much. Don't forget now, we need help with the capstones, with the survey. We need help on volunteering for share on May 15th. And just keep everybody lifted up in prayer. Next month is a big month for us. So we're looking at the budget, we're looking at the public hearing. So come back and let us hear that. We have more updates on the cameras. Just keep us. We work very hard at the town of North Brentwood. I'm telling everybody, we work very hard we're part-time. And well, most of us, we don't get paid enough anyway for what we do because it takes a lot to run this town. And I am trying to make sure by the end of this round and my election year coming up in May that this office is running smoothly. And we have a lot to do to make sure that we accomplish that. So hopefully all of y'all will help us do that and help us keep this community safe and help each other as neighbors and as a community. Can I get a motion to adjourn at 9:01 p.m.?
So moved, Councilmember Baines.
Can I
I
have a second?
second.
Councilwoman Morales, in discussion? Hearing none, the motion has passed. Good night, North Brentwood, and stay safe, please.
Good night,
And
everyone.
thank you, Mayor
Good
and
night, everyone.
Council. Thank you, Mayor and Council.
Good night.